stars to guide me. I wish. And throw caution to every warning sign.
I'm talking. I am talking. Ha! Who knew my voice would be this low?
You are their handsomest, most beloved king.
You're right. I am a handsome king.
And this is the thanks I get.
So I make this wish.
Today's preparation to Disney's wishes is a little different. And the movie for this day is Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. Now, of course, before you comment down below that this is not something that I would consider a perfect thing for to celebrate Wish. It has nothing to do with Wish, but it's still Disney. I wanted to add 4 stuff that were not made by franchises that were not made by Disney, but like properties that were made by Disney. The one of them was made by Disney, though Disney don't own them anymore. But we'll start things on with Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. This was actually one of my favorite Star Wars movies, and why did I think of it now? I really like Rogue One. It's actually one of my 3 favorite Star Wars movies. I think The Empire Strikes Back, this, and Revenge of the Sith are the best Star Wars movies. And I think Rogue One is my favorite Disney Star Wars movie. First off, the movie is very different from other Star Wars movies because it's not about the chosen one or Jedi or a Jedi versus Sith. So it's mostly about these group of rebels trying to steal the Death Star from the Death Star and stop the Imperial, including the one who killed General's mother. And they consist of General Cassian Andor, the Alan Tudyk droid character, Donnie Yen and his friend, as well as a hacker sort of. I don't remember the character's name, and I think hard to pronounce Donnie Yen's blind character's name. But I do remember General Cassian Andor. General is the main character of the film, played by Felicity Jones. And she's actually a very cool character. I really like General a lot. Like one of my favorite heroines in cinema too. Felicity Jones did a great job, especially when she tried to break stuff from the Death Star ship with Andor before Ben Mendelsohn tried to stop them. And when she says, "May the Force be with us." Yeah, like she's a very cool character, one of my favorite characters of all time. General Soul is a great character, as well as Cassian Andor is decent. Donnie Yen's character is pretty cool. Alan Tudyk's droid is a little interesting and some funny in one moment where he hits a guy softly with in a "screw you" way or something like that. And I thought the other characters were they're okay. They're not the best type of characters. But I think Mads Mikkelsen's character who is General's father is alright. And I thought the villain was not the greatest, but it's decent. Darth Vader is pretty cool. We'll talk about him later. Leia's cameo is because of the CGI is not amazing cameo. Those C-3POs and R2-D2's cameos were very cool to see. The climax is pretty awesome. Probably my favorite Star Wars climax of all time. It's very epic. Feels like an actual war, and when General Cassian Andor tries to destroy the Death Star is pretty cool as well. And what's interesting about this film is that spoilers. If you, though I talked about spoilers already. Every main character in this movie dies, not just the villain, the heroes. First off, Alan Tudyk sacrifices himself by destroying a computer. Then Donnie Yang's character pulls out like part of the computer or something like that during the war and explodes to death. And then the hacker, like not the hacker, like one of the person that's telling the Donnie Yen, his friend, about what to do, gets exploded by one of the stormtroopers after putting a bomb in his ship close to him. And then Donnie Yen's friend tries to kill the stormtroopers, but the stormtroopers shoot him a lot. He slows down, and then stormtrooper grabs a bomb, and then he slows down and then dies. And then Jyn Erso and Cassian Andor ended the best way since they saved the galaxy, and they hugged and grabbed hands and hugged. But then flames come in and flame them both to death, unfortunately. But doesn't end like that, because it ends kind of an awesome way when Darth Vader comes in with his lightsaber and kills a bunch of officers. It's pretty cool and very awesome because it plays out like a horror movie, and the way he kills all of them is very terrifying and very cool to see. And I thought that the appearance of one of the characters from either Clone Wars or Rebels, like the character that's with that talks with Jyn Erso for a little bit before he dies, I guess. It's an interesting appearance. And I like the visuals of the movie. It's very good. Yeah, it's very good. One of my favorite visually movies of all time. So, so Rogue One, a Star Wars story. That's pretty much it for Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Very good Star Wars movie. One of my 3 favorite Star Wars movies and my favorite Disney Star Wars movie. So that's it for this video. Peace out. Bye.